Hey there, folks, and welcome back to the Sporia Campaign. Last time, we went to war with Carotia in a long-awaited clash of the Titans, at least in terms of land expansion. Carotia's population is a fraction of our own, despite their great size. These northern lands are quite sparse. And so we managed to pull off a pretty absolute victory without too much trouble against Carotia, and secured the remainder of the Brisenthia region from them. This now gives us full control of the Venetia region, our home region, Vistrulia, and Brisenthia, with only a small remaining country in Scythia, Niconia, who we will be going for in about a year when our claim on them concludes. Now, Niconia could pick up a foreign protector as they previously had. However, because Getia is dead, I don't know if Berdavencia is interested in guaranteeing them or anything like that. And Niconia probably won't agree to become someone's tribal vassal or tributary just diplomatically, so I think that we probably will not have too much trouble just clearing out Niconia and being able to turn fully to the next big project of this phase of the campaign, which is continuing to fully, essentially, core this land, to use some strategy game terminology. Now, of course, in Imperator Rome, coring is not an abstract mechanic. It's something that you directly oversee on a more granular level with cultures and religion. And if we take a look at the demographics, right, ignoring that we're going to expand a little bit more, we basically have more or less the territory we'll be working with for a while. We do have, demographically speaking, a very good 33.93% spork culture. Now, this is a one-third plurality culture situation for our native culture. However, that is much more than we would have had if we had just been conquering all of this territory and hadn't been doing internal migrations to strengthen our spork culture base. So this number needs to go up, but it's already much higher than it would have been if we had achieved this in a 55-year span without doing that strategy. So I'm very happy with how this has worked out, and it is quite cool in this campaign to see the long-term effects of the strategy really pay off, because this is a very hard campaign as a migratory tribe of all things, which is not normally a powerful kind of country to play as, but I think I've really proven how you can play a migratory tribe in a way that uses the game's mechanics in such an interesting sense and really gives you an advantage over the AI with all of their cheats and bonuses. Now, religiously speaking, it's even better. We've got 59.44% Weyra, though notably most of this is previously existing Weyra pops who I didn't actually convert myself. Most of them are not Sporic, although some of them are. So obviously having pops be the correct religion does affect their happiness, which affects their productivity from output. It affects the provincial loyalty through unrest. Lots of things that are good from having happier pops. But the real key is to get Weyra culture, both so I can achieve the local culture dominated by an integrated dominant culture with all of these modifiers on the screen there. Many good reasons to want that, especially the 30% population output. This is completely separate, by the way, than the population output effects that come from the happiness of the pop, as well as the many other modifiers that come up here. So, and also settlement is a 15% reduction just by itself, so we really can quite dramatically scale up our current tax and manpower economies. As it feels weird to say manpower economy, that's essentially what we have right now, by focusing a lot on assimilation and to a lesser extent conversion. And of course, the other effect of assimilation is it adds people to our levy, which is critically important because, although I'm no longer too worried about Carotia, who do have a claim on me, of course, because I just took a lot of land that they had previously gotten through claymores. And once the truce is up, which will be in a couple of years, they could attack me. I don't think the Carotia AI will feel confident enough to attack me without a very strong friend. Who have they allied here? They've actually allied with Carbonia, which I suppose makes sense. I'm going to keep my guarantee on Carbonia just in case if Carotia does change their mind about attacking them. This is where a lot of the Finnic culture actually is up here. So I want to make sure that Carotia can't get their hands on it and Not that they become a serious threat at that point, as we just saw in the previous war, but they would become a more formidable neighbor, so I do want to be careful about that. Now, Scythia does still have a pretty powerful set of pops, and I do think that they've integrated either Scythian or Bosphorus, or possibly both. I wish I could see. But nonetheless, Scythia... You know, I wonder if there actually is a way for me to see this. Give me just a moment. Let's see here. Scythia? How can I... How does this work? Surely there's a way, because I'm thinking if characters of those cultures have a loyalty malice, that would tell me that they are not integrated. I think there's a way to figure this out. Hold on. Let's see. So you're the queen. You're a governor. Okay, you're a Sarmatian character. Let's see. Does an unintegrated culture character have a loyalty malice? I think they do, right? Can I see this in my own country? Okay, hold on. How do I see characters' culture in an easy way? There's not a way, is there? Icestein, here we go. Character culture happiness minus 3%. That's going to be from Icestein, right? Come on. It must be from not being integrated. Unless it's from a modifier. Here's a Carpian character, I should say. Character culture happiness minus... Oh, no, it is dynamic to each culture. Okay. I can't tell. I'm not able to figure it out. Yeah. Maybe there's some way of doing it. I just don't know with this interface. But either way, putting aside what is going on in Scythia. Ooh. Wow, okay, they're actually going after the former Alanian tribes pretty handily. They may be regaining a lot of their former strength. A Scythian comeback is not off the table, and they're definitely going to want to get some revenge on me. Is this still their capital? It is. Their capital is still right next to me, which is very awkward. But essentially, the point is that I want to strengthen my country, even though I already know I can and have and will beat Scythia one-on-one. I'd rather still continue to develop my core population for military reasons, but also for economic reasons, with no legions, with limited control over the marshal of my leaders, because I have to deal with the chiefs. My best hope is to just outnumber everybody, right? I have to go for quantity over quality here, and that is the nature of playing a campaign like this. So, also, I think my sacrifices modifier has ended, so if I should have taken some prisoners from one of the recent wars. I had so many nobles, I could have taken someone prisoner. I completely forgot about that. That's okay. Let's go ahead and get to work on doing some internal migrations. So, let's see. So we've made this place mostly Sporic. This here, I can reorganize the people to set up a... Let's see. Okay, let me do it over here, I think. Maybe at... Okay, this is loyal now. Excellent. Let me do it at Toll, I think. Yeah. Toll is a good spot for it. Hold on. Okay. Alright, let's get to it. Okay, so what does Toll currently have? Where is Sporic? Alright, some Bastarnians. Okay, so first of all, so into here, let's move all of the local Iceteans. So from Galinda Orientalis, from Saloia. Oh, I can't? Oh, it's a Freeman. Ugh. Okay, into Saloia, let's move an extra Weyraspork. If there is an extra Weyraspork, surely around here somewhere. Come on. Making this harder than it needs to be. Okay, they're demoting. Wait, no, it's the tribesman is demoting. Alright, let's see. No, they will demote eventually. It's just demoting the other one first. Okay, we'll leave it for now. From Sidonia Borealis. Okay, Crononia Borealis, or Australis. And I guess also Borealis. Alright, I keep selecting the wrong ones, but that's fine. Okay. Crononia. And Venetia itself. Okay, that'll do. And then... Have you... Okay, why do you have so many tribesmen here? I don't know what's going on here. I would like to get more slaves over here, though, for some extra fish. I just need to get 8 more slaves. Are there 8 slaves around here? No, there's no extra slaves anywhere around here. We'll come back to that. Okay, so now we've got 7 Iceans, 1 Sporic here. Let's move all the Iceans over. From Crononia. No, from Ocioia Occidentalis. I was looking at the wrong spot. Alright. Now we got 7 Istians. 1, 2 Bastarnians. Now I just need to get additional Sporics. This place has a number of extra Sporics because it was not loyal for a while. Okay, so let's see. Benedictiana. I can also bring over the Vandals as well. Ooh, yeah, that's perfect. And the Urmanoic. Alright, I have a vision here. Let's see what I can do. From Coratan. Okay. I can move some of these Istians out. Move them into Coratan for now. From Toll. Okay. So now we've got, let's see, 5 Istians, 1 Urmanoic, 3 Bastarnians, 4 Sporic. Okay, now to bring in some more Sporic pops. Into Toll. From Coratan. Still Icean majority. Right, 5 Icean, 5 Sporic. 1 more. Let's see, hold on. Into Toll from Coratan. Alright, where is Sporic majority? Or plurality? I can add more that are not Icean. Okay. That'll be a 6 Sporic, 14 non-Sporic migration. That's pretty efficient. Just need to find non-Iceans now. There we go. All right. Toll can depart. You resettle in place. Okay. Let's see. Where to first? Let's see here. Let me think about my goals here. So, first of all, across the board, how are things looking? This is all fine. Yep, this is all fine. Alright. Vestulia is recovering. This is probably still fine to keep as is for now. Scythia is recovering across the board. And Bersenthia, which has a huge population. I need to switch this. Harsh treatment. And this is fine for now. I think I will switch it though just to speed it up. Let's get everything recovered as fast as possible. Okay, it looks like Melancholia Orientalis may need some additional support here. Go to locate. Okay, you know what? I'm just going to go to the location myself. I don't know why it's struggling to get me to the location. Okay, so this place up here actually would be perfect for a migration because I have so many Sporic up here. So let me bring over some people over here to... actually, I could just probably move over... No, I need to do a migration still for this to work, to get rid of the local... oh my gosh. Melanclanian pops. Okay, so where would the migration be? Probably Zuchok, just because it's bordering two other provinces, so it's a good spot for it. Okay, so into Swo, let us send. Actually, I can probably do 2 or 3 migrations around here with just the number of pops I have. So let's first see what we can get set up before we send over everybody, just to kind of see what we're gonna need. So into Swo, let's send over from Keramis. The other thing I can do is I can make these, I can sort of depopulate some of these outer areas to then send population back into my core where they're gonna be in areas with better infrastructure. My main goal is just to have this place be Sporic dominant, and ideally Weyra dominant as well, just to help with the loyalty. But having more pops here won't necessarily make a huge difference. Okay, so where was I? Keramis. Here it is. Okay, let's see what we got here. Let's try to leave as many slaves as possible so that we can use them for local building projects like mines. We have a lot of money saved up, so that would be fine. All right, Zueris. All right. This place here, Weyra Sporic. Okay, Sporic Weyra. All right, into Swo. So let's see. We've got 4 Melanclanians, and then let's see, 6 Melanclanians. Probably have to do a 9 and 11 split with just how many of the one culture. Oh, we got some Bodinians around here too, actually. Oh yeah, we can split it further. So from Ribnitsa, we're gonna have to do Sporic, Bodinian, Melanclanian splits around, and also some Galonians too. Okay, that is convenient. Send over the Galonian, and then send over. Oh wait, no, this was a mine, wasn't it? Yeah. Probably should have checked that first before I moved people around in this manner. Is Durwa a mine? No. Okay, moving from Durwa. There we go. Okay. All right. So this is still good though because I can draw Bodinians out and replace them with other culture types that I have more of. Okay, so in Swo, I now need more Weyra Sporic. Okay. I can add the pops that are coming in to then chain migrate. So let's see. So I could do 10, 1, and then 9. That's probably the way to do it. So from Zwertis, or wait, yeah, from Zwertis, from Zweris, I should say. Sporic. Right. Ragus. Okay, now I just need Sporic. So from Kirmis. Okay. Let me switch out here. So from Swo, take one of these guys into Swo. Send the Androphasian. Okay. 8 plus 8. Okay. And then I need. So now I need, let's see, 5 Sporks. So let's send 2, 3, 4, 5. You guys are going to be going on a massive trip over. I guess I can just do it from Swo, honestly. I don't need to move it from Swo. Okay. And then I can then start chaining over here. So let's have that group depart. And just to keep things from being too complex, let's repopulate the rest of these 14 in my core areas for now. Let's see. Let me set up for another migration over here now. So in Skiria, where am I going to depart from? Probably from Toll again, honestly. It's a good spot. Okay, so from Doretica, send over this guy. I can basically send over all the non-sporks, then just repopulate it locally with the sporks that are standing there. From Mornal. Andalic from Garima. Here we go. From Garina, I'm Istian. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong spot. Ah, that's why. Garina. Okay, from Anna Venetica. From Anna Vela. Folia. Here. Where did I just... Here. Where is this? Oh, it's over here. Okay, I see. All right, from Vornica. What do we have now? Yeah, I can do this. Okay, so 6, 7, 8, 9, and then let's see. Yeah, I can add more. If I did, let's see. How many more can I add? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Let's see, 8, and then 8 is 14. I can have up to 2 more Istians, I think, without breaking the rule with plurality local culture. You got some exciting war episodes last time. Now we're getting the real fun stuff. This is the real gameplay right here. Okay, I think that's all I can do for now. And then, if I... Let's see. Okay, this is perfect. I now need to add 8 from the stack that is standing right here. And then 1 more. There we go. Wait, is that right? That can't be right. No. This just needs to update, which it will. Okay, and then let me actually just do another migration from Toll once that migration happens. So now we can go ahead and proceed. Give it a tick to update. But it is Weyraspork dominant. It just has not been updated yet. So nothing to worry about. Okay. No, I'm not colonizing that. But thank you for the alert. Okay. And now, into Toll. Let's continue sending people over. Hold on. Move pops from Curetia. Venedica. I'm finally getting to all of these Eistians. This Eistian population has just been lingering around for all this time. They've not been causing any trouble or anything, but they could be more productive if they were sporic. That is the way of it. Nullica. There we go. And then may as well from Cortan while I'm looking at it. There we go. Okay. And then this place here, I still can't do anything about that, which is annoying. This I still can't do anything about, and this is obviously fine. Okay. And then I may as well also grab the extra Eistians I have over here. Also, okay, so from Heritia. And from, what was it? Sidonia Australis. Okay. I have to go through 2 layers, of course, but that's why I've got money saved up. Oceoia. And then into Toll. It's nice to do it like this because with just placing the Sporics in from the migrators, I don't have to worry about keeping a certain number in territories. I can just focus on the other cultures. Okay. And this is actually pretty much a repeat of what happened before. I just need to add now 9 Sporics. There we go. And then we have to wait a month because of the way the territory works. But that is my core area, or it's not really my core area, but like an area that I've been trying to get to be Weyrasporic for a long time, to finally be a little bit more Weyrasporic. Okay, now where should these 16 guys go? Well, let's actually wait and then add the 20 to them, and then we'll take stock. Ooh, okay. Second Punic War is underway. Rome's actually invading Africa, which I guess is what happened in the Second Punic War, in part, so fair enough. I think this is now, yep. That's probably enough migrating for now. Let's let our stability recover. Okay, so aside from this being glitched, the rest of this is now all cleared up. Then we do have a bunch of Eistians over here in order to try and get the local fish, but I'd rather just, yeah, I'll need to move some slaves over here at some point. But okay, let's see. Where to next? Yeah, it's mostly tyranny slowing things down over here. which I'm working on. I think I should continue trying to set up a chain migration up here. Okay, let's see here. So, we've got 5 sporks on the way. That'll let me do a migration up here. Let me honestly just move all these guys over here as a huge group. They're going to suffer some attrition. You know what? Let's be a bit smart about this. Split in half. Each of you individually, I think, will be... Let's see. I think individually you'll each be the correct size to not suffer attrition. Inspirational neighbor. Our interactions with our neighbor Scythia have shown us how their bureaucracy and administration work and in what ways it differ to our own. By introducing some of their customs into our own system, we are certain to be able to centralize authority and have more control over our clan chiefs. Alright, I don't think so. You can cut that out. I'm not adopting Scythian-style government. No way. Okay, yeah, I was right about that. So yeah, so I know there's more work I can do over here, but I also want to give my stability some time to recover before I start issuing more migration orders. No need to push myself there. Speaking of which, let's do some of that. Alright, where was I? Oh yeah, let's see, Divine Sacrifices, so 506. I should save my PI now until I can get this again. I need to get my stability recovery underway. No doubt about it. Now, I would also perhaps like to get that sanctuary built over here in Vistjuliana. I certainly have the money on hand for something like this. Let's see. This will basically let Rugia, or I mean, let Vistjuliana work like a kind of de facto city with more citizens and nobles. I could potentially add quite a bit of population over here. I think let's I put the grove here for the purpose of this exact plan. So let's build the sanctuary. I could also make this the capital to, well no, I should have the capital be a fort, so never mind. Although it is in a pretty safe location, it being the capital does strengthen the territory quite a bit. It gives it more capacity, it improves migration, but that's okay. I can survive without those things in Vistjuliana specifically. How's my chief doing? Poor health now, okay. Still doing Seam Influence. Okay, so the next in line is still Saule, who is near death, so that's sad. And then if she dies, we then go to Lima, who's also very poor health. This is the hell of having post-early game migratory tribe or even settled tribe government. You just have this endless succession of ancient, dying, decaying, old chiefs who you constantly are cycling between. Which, in fairness, you know, it's the trade-off for the crazy potential of migratory tribes with their ridiculous negative 100 centralization bonuses. You know, it does kind of even things out, but yeah. Anyways, Rome, what's my load? All right. You know, why don't I build some more infrastructure? I don't think I need to save money, and I'd rather be investing it into infrastructure. There's a bunch of places I've not bothered to build farms that I really should build farms. Let me double check my market here. What sells for the most? Okay, I don't think citrus is something I have access to. So livestock sells for more than grain. That is good to remember. I don't think I have dates. And I think I've already caught all my precious metal locations in my nation. Oh, I don't have any in my nation. What am I talking about? No, I have one, the Ibidura, which I do have enough of currently, so that's good. Keep it that way. Okay, what are base metals selling for? I need to figure out my priorities here. Base metals, oh yeah, so for some reason livestock sells for more than like iron, which is, or not iron, iron's separate, but like I guess tin and copper. I don't know about that, but all right, let's build some livestock farms. I do have plenty of that available. I have a pirate haven up here, interesting. Okay, I famously don't have enough slaves around here, so let's maybe not do it there. Perhaps some livestock farms over in Oceoia, and like this area here. Actually, let me look at it like this. Where do I have lots of population? I do have more population kind of over here because I've not been sparsely distributing and migrating them as much, so that will, I'm sure, change in time. And then a ton of population stuck in this area where I can't move them, unfortunately. I'm working on it. I could use some granary raids in Lugia. That would be very convenient. Okay, so maybe some stuff over here would be good. All right, let's see. Livestock. All right, Melancholia Occidentalis. I could build something over here. But you know what? Hold on. Sarmatia probably doesn't need all of these colonias that I had built over here. Let me go ahead and destroy these and replace them, actually, with some other infrastructure. Okay. I can also move the capital, I think. Is that true? It is. It should be above 33 when I do this. And I do want to finally move this capital. It's been so long. It's been just stuck here. Now, there is a question, right? Because of this weird province shape, should I actually plan to have the capital of Olbia be in a place... It could be in Olbia, and I could just fortify this. It would cover the crossing, which is quite nice. Or I could put the capital at Niconia, which covers this crossing. And it's a marsh, which is good defensive terrain. And it already has a fort, which would make it slightly cheaper. But if this was the capital, then the Skira fort is a little bit close to it. I could move the Skira fort to Kilkennig. Let's see. This would be a pretty good spot. It covers this. Let's see, it would cover all of this. Fort coverage-wise, let's see. It would be here. Again, there would be this entryway, but then they get stuck on this side. I kind of like the idea, although this is a stone location. So long-term, I could use it for that. It's otherwise a good spot. It's also, you know what? It's the right distance from 3 different forts. And because I need to build a fort somewhere in Olbia to protect its capital, I think having it be in Niconia makes the most sense. So let's, I could also do Tenarke. It's a little far from everything, and it's too close to Niconia. All right. There is an argument for keeping it at Skira, though, just because it's not covering anything else. It's the right distance from Kin. There being a gap in the fort coverage in here isn't the end of the universe. The AI usually does, even if they can like sneak past a fort, they usually prefer to siege forts. So I don't think I think it's okay. I could have the fort be at Olbia and just have it be extra fortified around here, which is not a bad idea given where it is in my country. It's right next to the Scythian border. Let's see, so a fort here. So essentially, I would create a double line of forts around the start of the Black Sea, which kind of makes sense, I think. Plus, Scythia is a salt territory, which doesn't have anything else I could... Olbia is a salt territory. So I think I will fortify Olbia, which means I should move the capital to Skira. I'm really thinking long-term here, I'd rather save this for a mine location than move it. So let's go ahead and relocate the capital. There we go. Maybe I should have kept all those colonias a little bit longer, but that's okay. As long as I remember to not let it move... Oh wait, no, this would be in here, so that's okay. So we shall wait. What was I doing over here? I was going to actually build infrastructure. Now, do I actually have lots of slaves around here right now? Not really. Let's see. Why don't I actually, hold on, let me go back over here. Here's my capital. Did I get, oh yeah, I do have my extra woad coming from there. Good. Any other, okay, let's see, double wood. Let's continue strengthening the capital province as possible. Double base metals. This is all pretty much concluded. We're at Rabonia. What do we have up here? What's iron selling for? Yeah, it's still more valuable to sell livestock. Alright. Let's go ahead and build some farms. Let me build farms pretty much in all of the livestock territories in preparation for future slave micro. All the livestock territories in my core for now in Venetia. Let's do this one region at a time here. We got the Pirate Haven. Yeah, the sheep pirates. And then one more over here. All right. Very good. Reinvestment. That's good to do. And my claim will be ready fairly soon. I can just raise the Scythian levy, honestly, to take care of this. I don't need... Ooh, we've got Tyranny Tasnu, who's the chief of the Ratians, declared himself Sakti Zamthi Aeus? Okay. If you say so. Sure. That's fine. Actually, will the Scythians be enough? Maybe I need to send in the Bracenthians too. Scythians are probably enough. Against a double fort, I think I need to send the Bracenthians in. Which means I should probably actually raise the Bracenthians now, so I have time to get down there. Alright, please don't raise super far away. Okay, that's fine. You two, just head on down. We'll get the claim before these guys arrive, but I need to actually get them there before I declare the war. So we'll just wait. Okay, these guys I was going to settle here to then do a migration from Swo. But I need to wait for the tick. There we go. I can do it now. I'm spending manpower. Let's wait for everyone else to arrive. Actually, I can do it now, and... Oh wait, I need to... Ah, that's right. We'll need to wait for our war to finish before we can do the migration. Should be pretty quick, hopefully. Parthia wants grain. Sounds good. Ooh, huge Scythia conquest. Okay, Scythian comeback is definitely happening now. Okay. Not too many. Ooh, you know, there actually are some Sarmatian pops over here. Yeah, I'm getting a little bit nervous about Scythia again, not gonna lie. Okay, we now get True Ruler. Walgan Waldis is the ruler, which I will happily take. That's extra stability. Of course, I'm saving my PI now to get Divine Sacrifices, which will run out soon. Religious Festival in Ortdava. Please just show me where this is. Just take me to it. Oh, I am, in fact, not always the smartest. Okay, ooh. I would like the stability. Okay, I can pay less money, and I don't get loyalty with him. It's the same stability, but also no centralization, which I'm perfectly happy with. This is the better option for sure. I could also do this right now without needing to destroy a farm project to afford it. A small sum can be set aside. Yes, please. Okay. These guys are arriving now. Let's just kind of bring them. I may actually do it from Swo, so let's just bring them to Swo for now. Spread of ideas from Eastros. Thanks, Eastros. I appreciate it. Here's the claim. Oh, not quite. Next month. Our guys are going to arrive pretty much on time, so that works. Yeah, actually, you can go for that. The rest of you head down here to Histrianon Limon. There's the claim. We'll wait a little bit. Actually, will we? I don't think they have anyone to raise. Let's just go for it. We're going to be taking Olbia specifically. Increase maintenance. I guess we could have done that a little earlier, but that's alright. Okay. Should be pretty free. Forts are done in the north. And I'm at war, but I'm still gonna keep doing it. I don't need the manpower for this war. Okay, let me give it one tick in case I get a breach. I can do this without a breach. Oh yeah, we're fine. Oh yeah, I don't know why I was worried at all. Was not necessary. Okay, let's go ahead and take this little peace deal, 1 AE, and this will finally unify the 4 regions of Sporia into one unified, happy, peaceful nation named Sporia. Alright, Niconia, Olbia, and Niconia, Sarmatia to Sporia. Alright, we're gonna this time actually, I don't actually need to imprison that many, I just want to imprison 1 to sacrifice. Let me pass judgment and imprison... Oh wait, this isn't how this works. Ah, shoot. Okay, I didn't mean to do it like... Oh my gosh, okay. I thought I could imprison the other one. You either let them in or you kill them. Alright, I guess I'll just crucify them. I fumbled that. Catastrophic blunder. Alright, now this already has the fort, which is great. I'm about to lose my mind. Why didn't I notice this? No! You bastard! I just spent 30 loyalty to move you over there. God. Alright. Well, I can't do anything about that. Both of these are going to be in the wrong location for now, but it's fine. Go ahead and just... I can't even destroy this stuff. Can I even revoke the city because it's disloyal? I think I'm allowed to, but I really want to, like, I'd like to cash in on destroying all of those buildings. So this is super annoying that I can't do that and also revoke. I guess the question is, under my rules, do I have to revoke immediately and I just miss out on destroying the buildings, or can I keep the city? I think I have to revoke immediately. Yeah, that's like several hundred gold that I wasn't able to take for myself. I'll at least be able to destroy the port, but I've got rules, I've got to follow them. Okay, back over here, let's do some of this. Okay, we have got 54 migrators ready to go. All right. I think we can basically just do what we did over here now and re-migrate from SWO multiple times. So let's go ahead and send over now. Let's see. All the Melanclanians that we can at Durwa and at Kado. And Sausis. Krauja. And Midja. Okay, what do we have now? 4 and 5. So we got 9 Melancanians. So now I need to add in 10 sports. There we go. I can now do another migration with very minimal like it's just mainly Melancanians around here. This is probably the best way of doing it. So now we'll just kind of re-migrate from SWO multiple times. Okay, we have to wait for the tick to do that. Saula died in a tragic hunting accident. Okay. Wasn't she dying anyways? Why was she hunting? Okay, interesting. So we'll see after maybe a couple days. Okay. So now, as expected, Lima is the next person in line, but she's not going to last too much longer. I don't think we're going to even get her before it changes again. Who's after her? So the next person after her is Rasa, who I think I commented on before. So we're going to probably go straight to Rasa when Genwaldus dies. That's fine by me. Poor health, though, is not great. She just has poor health, despite being only 55. Alright. When we get the succession, I will do a government reorganization. And probably switch in that governor so I can grab one of these and finish the mission. Uz becomes a city. Okay. Alright, Olbia, oh, it's declining? What? Come on, stop it. What's the issue? It's mainly Niconia. Yeah, when's that citizen gonna demote? Could be soon, hopefully, right? Alright, I literally can't do anything. I can't build buildings, I can't do anything over here. Just have to keep lowering my tyranny and wait for something to change. Alright, over here, we can now do another migration. We now have 31,000 men standing about in SWO. About to get larger. Alright, so let's see. Who's left? From Lapis. From Inzu. And from Renka. Okay. And then we can start drawing from over here. From Ribnitsa. Oh wait, not from Ribnitsa. I remembered this time before I clicked it. From okay, so here we're gonna need to actually. This is perfect. Well, not perfect, but this is fine. So what I need to do is. Okay. Let's. What's the best? Oh my god, not like that. What's the best way to visually see this for myself? Okay, so we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Actually, just 7 because I don't want to go there. Okay. We're going to basically start distributing Sporix to become the one population in the territory so I can then set up more migrations. I'm thinking really long term here, right? I'm really thinking about, you know, getting a lot of migrators up from these areas. Okay, over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Any of these places productive? Ooh, okay, you, and you're the fort. Okay. Do I have... Let me actually move people over here from the area to be slaves. I think any kind is fine, as long as they're slaves. From Clevin, from Rhett, Sudist. And then what do we need? 12. Disallow promotion. Cut that out. There we go. There's my extra copy there. And then this, any infrastructure otherwise over here? What? Step, right? No, but could there be? Kursk could actually be a farm if I had the money, which I will in a little while. It's going to be, what, 15 with a farm? No, it'll be 12 with a farm. Let me move some extra slaves in, I think. Yeah, from Medovyi. And from Sejm. That was a tribesman. Whoops. Into Sejm, let's send from Kursk, all the Kursk tribesmen. Okay. Now we just need 5 more slaves from anywhere. Belaya. Not from there, though. Right, into Sejm, I now need to move 4 more slaves. Let's see. Grunya. 2, 3. Into Kursk from Sejm. There we go. Then when I can build the farm, that will let me get another copy of those guys. Okay, and now over here, what I was going to do, so 1, 2, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You move there. Okay. Let's see. Let me also send someone over to Galonia. Yeah, there's a lot to work with over here. In fact, what if I sent everybody else to Galonia, and then I could start doing migrations down here? No, I've got plenty still to work with around here. Let me keep some of these guys in reserve to add more Sporic Pops to set up more migrations from SWO. Let's do this. There's no need to rush. We can do this slowly and steadily. It's all about the long game here. I need to remember when I have enough money to build a farm as well. Also lower the maintenance. Whoops. Okay. Time to split into stacks of 1. Alright. You stay there. You head there. I'm going to try and do this from this menu now. You head there. You head there. You head to Kursk. Oh, you know, I just realized Kursk won't be Spork because it has so many slaves, so I have 1 extra that I won't need. You head there instead. You head there. Okay. Over here. Start splitting as such. That's right. Okay, I think I've done that correctly. Let's wait and see. You actually shouldn't be... Actually, no, you should be going there. That's right. Okay. This is correct. So now we add sporks to all of this area. And over here, we start adding sporks as well. Okay. So this place here, I think I added a spork that I didn't need to add. Okay, yeah, I just realized that. Let me move one spork to Swo from Ribnitsa, which doesn't need this many. Actually, let me move the tribesman out. There we go. That's perfect. Okay, and then Kursk, I will need 178 to build that, but I will eventually build it. Okay, so into Swo, what do we have right now? 4, 6, 7. Okay, from Suchuk. 8. Into Swo from Zuchuk. Okay, and then let's see. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then I just need 8 sporks. Okay, Swo is ready for migration once more. It's such a strange way of doing it, but this is the efficient way, technically. In the long term, this will secure these territories for me in a big way. The steppes may not seem too valuable for most people, but to me, I see the potential. I believe in the steppes. I have faith that this can be done. All right. I'm starting to get a little low on stability, so I don't want to necessarily push it too much, but I gotta keep this going. All right. Resettle in place. So one day I'm going to accidentally resettle all 58 or something, and then I'm going to lose it, but not today. Today, we avoid that unfortunate situation again. Okay, or not again, but we avoided this time. Okay, into Zuchok, let's send over from Basel. Bedinian from Orlik. The other reason, by the way, I wanted to move out here and do it out here is because I don't have the currently disloyal provinces to worry about. I can just kind of ignore that, focus on what I can work with here. Oskill, let's send over you. Belaya, send over you. And that should be that, actually. Okay, and then into Swo from Zuchok. All right, now we've got 4. Okay, into here. Let's send over now. Sem. This is going to be probably 2 more migrations just from this. Bedinian. All this stuff. From Grunya. What do we have now? I may have enough now. Okay, into Swo from Snezhet. Okay. So now we've got, do I have too many? I think I actually have too many. Let's see. Let me send back into Snezhet from Swo. One of these guys. Okay. And then, let's see. If I can just get some more Bedinians. If I get, let's see, 6 Bedinians, that's 12. 12 and then 8. I could get 7. So if I can get 4 more Bedinians from somewhere. Not from Swo. From Slot. Oh yeah, that's fine. Or Androphasians work as well. Midland. Right, into Swo from Snezhet. I mean. Bedinian. Okay. That's actually all my money. I think now, if I add 7 Weyersporks, let's see here. So we'll then have 8 Weyersporks, which should be enough to get me cultural plurality at a discount, a person discount. All right, let's wait for the tick and see if we've done this right. But now I do need to actually focus on stability. No doubt about it. So these guys may have to just keep standing here. 50 cohorts just hanging around in Swo. What could go wrong? At least if Scythia attacks, may have an army in the area ready to go, as it were. Audra Ganmantaita, the war chief, died. Grandchild of the tribal chief. Oh, that's really sad. Only 30 died of dysentery. Rest in peace. Oops. Sacrifice to Vilkos. And then I'm going to temporarily, let's see, poor health. I've still got time. I'm going to temporarily just assign somebody to this. Doesn't really matter too much. Not you. Someone who's not going to be... Okay, you look kind of promising. But let me assign someone who has some statesmanship, perhaps. Yeah, let's put you in there for now. That's fine. I'm going to replace everybody pretty soon. Okay, Spore Quera, but I'm going to let my stability recover for a little bit before I do more migrations around here. Okay. Need to keep waiting to get to 50, but I think this is going to be a good stopping point for this episode of the Sporia campaign. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.